Hey guys, it's Heather from HMP Artistry here. I am making Flip Flop Pumice soap today. It's a Spearmint and Eucalyptus fragrance from Aztec International. And it smells so good. It is really similar to the Bath & Body Works fragrance. It's super relaxing and invigorating all at the same time. I've already put my titanium dioxide in with my sodium lactate in the lye water. I have kaolin clay in here already. I have my pumice powder here to put in, and my colorants are Harlequin Shimmer from Rustic Escentuals and Alpine Green from Nurture. You guys already know those are two of my favorite colors. And since it's Spearmint and Eucalyptus, I wanted that green and white or dark green, light green, and white. Now let me go ahead and pour the lye water in. Now I'll definitely have to blend this up really well because that titanium dioxide looks like it didn't fully dissolve. I'm soaping at room temperature. Ooh, and it's thickening up fast, so I need to move quickly here. I may not be able to get multiple colors. They may be green and I'll have to hand paint them. Yeah, this moved super fast. So I'm going to give it a couple of seconds, make sure that it doesn't separate, and then add in my pumice and my colorant. Yeah, it looks like I'm just going to use one green. And that will be the Harlequin Shimmer mica. Oh no, it's loosening up. Okay. Well, I'll just do a light green, a little bit darker green, and a dark green. Okay, so I have a very pale green, a medium green, and a darker green here. And I'm going to split my pumice powder 3 ways. I want to make sure it's mixed really well and that there are no like big clumps of powder. If I were doing a bigger batch, I would blend it in. But since this is a small batch, I just have to very carefully and evenly mix it in. And you have to keep mixing so that it does not fall to the bottom, because it will. You want to keep it nice and mixed in. And these are foot soaps, so I definitely want there to be a good cleansing, moisturizing, and scrubbing power to these soaps. Because this is a little bit more strong of an exfoliation, or harsh of an exfoliation. But I am using very fine pumice, which makes, even though it's a really strong exfoliation, it's also a soft exfoliation. The rest of the pumice in the base, so I wanted to make sure there were definitely no large clumps, so I just ran it through really quickly. And I want to make sure I'm covering the entire bottom, because there's some pretty good little indentions in the mold. So I want to make sure that I don't have any air bubbles. Okay guys, I'm going to finish this up and then I'll come back tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Heather. I am back unmolding my foot soap, the pumice bars. These are the little sample bars. Show you guys these. They're still a tiny bit soft, but I wanted to go ahead and get them unmolded. I did put my other bars in the freezer because sometimes it's just easier to get them out of the Milky Way molds when they're really cold. I'll unmold these later. And here these are. I flip them over and just release them. I want to make sure I get the very center. And this one I'm going to have to trim because it kind of overfilled. But that's okay because I'll use those little pieces as my, ooh, that came out easy, as my tester. And there we have the soaps unmolded, and you can see, I don't know if you guys can see them, but they have really pretty little marbleized effect because of the 3 green colors that are running through them. And once they have come to room temperature, I will paint with mica the little flip-flop spaces just to give it that extra added pretty. Grab my knife, and I'm just going to go around the edges and trim off that excess, just like this, so that everything is nice and cleaned up. I want them to be basically the same size, of course, because they're hand poured. They are a little bit different in size, but not much. And what I do when I label is I always label it by the smallest size soap. So everyone knows that they're getting at least that amount, if not more. But then I've cleaned up my edges. Now I will let them sit and thaw out. And then I will be ready to go. I will come back later with the final product, or I'll probably add some pictures at the end of the final painted product so that you guys can see that. So this is Heather from H&P Artistry wishing you luck, love, and a really great day, guys. Bye.